Hi my people, I welcome you all back to my channel. It's good to have you back. So today we are making this two-piece. It's actually a palazzo trouser with this top and the thready design at the neck. So I'm actually making use of just two trouser of material. So the first thing I did is just to divide it into two, that is one trouser each. So one trouser for the trouser, then one trouser for the top. So I'm cutting the trouser first here, so using one trouser. So I fold across the actual whiteness of the fabrics. So because I'm working with trouser length of 39 inches, so, and the length here I'm having is 44, so it will surely be enough. Now the hip I'm working with is 36 inches. So since the fabrics is into fourfold, 36 divided by 4 will give 9, then plus 2-inch allowance. So I'm marking 11-inch there, right there. So now to get the crotch depth, it will be 36 divided by 4. So 36 divided by 4 will give 9, so plus 2-inch allowance, so the crotch depth will be 11 and the crotch length will be 3.5, so 3.5 inch. So that is 36, which is the hip divided by 4. Now for the down part of the trouser, I'm just making it 12-inch, so it will be surely be wide enough. So the next thing is just to connect it up as I'm doing here. So after the marking and cutting out, we are done with the cutting of the trouser. The next thing is just to take it to the machine and place the elastic at the waist, then sew in the down part to the required length of the trouser. So now moving forward, we are now on the top. So remember I said I'm using one trouser for the top as well. So the first thing I did is to cut out the length of the top after folding the fabrics into 4. Now here I'm going down by 1 inch, then blending it to the center point in order to have my shoulder slant. So here I'm just ensuring that I have a perfect shoulder slant here. Now for the, I'll mark my bust point to be the sleeve opening as well. So here is 10 inches. I'll mark the waist, so the waistline as well to be 15, and the hip length as well to be 21. So I have the 3 point there. So now the next thing is just to mark the mark all the horizontal measurements plus allowance. So I'm making use of I'm adding 3-inch allowance to each of it, to each of the bust, waist and hip measurements. So the next thing is just to blend the marked points, and for the down parts I want it to have a U shape. So the first thing I did here is just to mark the center of it, then come up by 1 inch and then blend it that way. So from the hip point I'll just blend it to the down part of the top as seen. So the for the neckline, it is 3 by 1.5 for the back, then 3 by 3 for the front inch, 3 by 3.5 inch for the front, and 3 by 1 inch for the back. So the next thing is just to cut out the marked points as seen. Now the next thing to do is just to join the shoulder, then measure the neckline in order to know what, in order to know what to make the, should I call it the cape at the neck. So I've already joined the shoulder line, so I'm measuring out what I have at the neck. So I'll measure it down. You do it gently in order to have an accurate measure of it. So here I'm having 20-inch, so 20-inch. So the next thing is just to get the fabrics you want to use. So I initially make use of this of the flowered, as in this flowered material, but I later on changed it to the black material. So I simply cut the black material exactly as I'm doing here. I'm sorry I couldn't make the record. So the length here is just 3 inches. You can decide to make yours 4 inches. So now I will measure 10 there. So remember I fold this into 2. So with that 10 will give me the 20 inch which I measured earlier. So this extension here depends on how long you want it to be, but I added 3 inch here for the extension of the flap. So with this is all you have to do with it. So you just place it on the neckline. So you place it right from, you place it on the wrong side, then you flip it out. So now the next thing is just to cut out another piece just to perfect the round sleeve of the top. So that is what I'm trying to get here. And I later decided to do the drawstring design at the sleeve. So I have the detailed tutorial on how to do drawstring, so you can check it out on my other posts. So that is what the draw pieces for the drawstring is, what I'm trying to cut out here. Here you have it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and kindly click the notification button. Thanks and God bless.